So, in the last episode, we learned the basics of vue-rotuer, like creating routes, showing correct views based on the URI. And today we will take it a step further and see how we can create dynamic routes to show dynamic views. So today we will see how we can use a single view to display different content based on this URI. So if we take a look at our code, we have this post collection that uses this post component to display our articles, and each post is a router link that redirects to this URI. And if we take a look at our routes, we can see we have this post and followed by a colon ID. It means that this ID is a parameter and it will match post / and followed by something. And we can actually improve it or validate it with regex, but for this demo I will keep it simple. And yeah, we know that post followed by something will show us this post view. And if we take a look inside, it's just this title and body that's hard-coded. So let's start. First of all, I want to talk about composables. And if we take a look at our posts, we can see it's hard-coded in this posts view. And in this single post view, when we have access to this ID, we will need to find the individual post inside this posts. So we will need access to this collection. We can pass it as prop, but it's not the best way. And we usually use composables for it. And so let's create a folder for composables. And they're a JavaScript file to usually start with the use keyword and the name that you want to give it. So we will store our post. So use post is a good name for a composable. We also need to export it. Is post. And now we can extract our posts to our composables. But now it needs to be reactive, like so. And yeah, so now let's return it as an object. And here we will need to use it. So since it's named, we will need to use like this, use posts. Now, if we go back to our home page, it should work exactly the same. But now we are extracting posts from our composable. Okay. So now let's talk about how we can access to this parameter in our view file. So for that, we will use useRoute. It's also a composable that's available from vue-rotuer. useRoute. Okay, so let's see what we have inside this route. Okay, so we can see it contains this params. If we take a look inside its value, you can see it has this ID, which is the value with the value upon that we have here. Okay, so we can use this to filter our posts. Before that, let's create a variable to hold our post. It will be reactive and with no initial value. So let's display its title and its body. But it will be undefined initially, so we'll need to do the is here. Now we will need a way to detect the URL change in this file, and for that we can use watchEffect. We haven't covered watchEffect yet, but it basically means that any dependency change inside watchEffect will trigger it. So here we can do post.value will be, now we will need a single post that we can extract from this posts collection, and for that we can actually create a new function that filters our posts, get post, and it should accept a post ID, and it will return posts at value, and we will filter our posts. We will use this like so. But one thing to pay attention to here, when we pass this here from our route parameter, it will be a string, so we will need to wrap it with parse int, and filter will give us an array. So to access our post, we will use we will access it like so. So we can go to our post view, and here we can use get post, and as a post ID we can do post route params and ID. Now we need to import this get. I think I forgot to export it. Yes. As here we can do import use posts. Okay. Okay, counts get post will be so. Okay, so now everything works. When we click on this, it will update the URI, and based on this ID, we are getting the post and assigning to our post's value, and hit display it like so. So that's how we can use dynamic routes to display dynamic content on a single view.